So you're at Villanova, you're setting some records, you're preparing to enter the draft, and then your name isn't called, and that potential to go to the league is gone. What are your emotions? What are you thinking? What's going through your mind?
So when my name wasn't called or anything like that, I was disappointed. I would say, because I was so close. I was so close, but it didn't work out. But like I say, I mean, you look at Alphamille, you look at all those situations. You look at growing up in a household with having 5 brothers, single mom, and even going through that, you say God don't make no mistakes. Now you look at this, and 3 days just before your pro day, you pull your hamstring. Uh, and to me, I mean, I was disappointed, but I just felt like, okay, it's something else, I guess, that I'm supposed to be doing. And that's all I could think about. Like, it's something else I guess I'm supposed to be doing. Like, so I didn't know what it was. I didn't know, I mean, it definitely didn't come to me like right after that day, or that day it didn't come to me. I just kind of thought, okay, like, I didn't get drafted, I didn't get picked up, didn't get called. But, somehow, some way, maybe the following year would be my chance. And when that didn't happen, I know one of the things I said I always wanted to do was just help guys out that came up the same way I did. And a changing point to me was in high school. I got invited to the top 150 players on the East Coast. So it's similar to what the Nike Opening is now. And this took place at Penn State, where we were doing a drill. We were doing a ladder drill. Believe it or not, it was my first time ever seeing the ladder drill, right? And like, it was crazy because I thought it was new to everybody. But you had guys going through these drills like it was nothing. Well, mind you, I mean, not saying that Central High School was an excuse, but we just never had a ladder. So we never did none of the drills. So I was kind of going through it because it was my first time doing it. So if you can just imagine how slow I'm going through this, because this is new to me, where everybody else going fast. And I'll never forget, this one coach came up to me and said, how are you here? Like, how did you get invited here? And the only thing I told him was, wait till we get out of these drills. Wait till we do like one-on-ones, and I'll show you. I'll never forget that coach, because honestly, that is something I still think about to this day. Like, I think about that to this day. Like, I always say, hey, I wish I run into him. I don't know what his name was. I remember what he looked like. But because of that experience, because of how I felt after he asked me that question, and after we did one-on-ones, like, I remember him coming up to me and saying, oh, yeah, you got talent, but you just need like a little bit of coaching. Like, you need someone, like, you need a trainer. But when I was coming up, we didn't have trainers. Like, it was not as popular as it is now. So there were drills that I just wasn't familiar with, But I'll never forget that, man. And from that point, I remember I started thinking about that, and I started saying, you know what, I want to do something so guys like myself that have talent, that's from this area, they don't ever feel like that. So believe it or not, I tell people this story all the time. I started out in the basement, in my mom's basement, which is a lot smaller than where we are now. And the very first thing I bought was a dark green yoga ball and 2 5-pound dumbbells. I still have them to this day. Like, I'll never get rid of them, because that's what I started out with. Those are my day ones. You know what I mean? Like, so I think I'll always keep them around. If I can't use them here, I think what I'll do is probably keep it in my house garage or something like that. But I'll always keep that around. But I remember buying my first ladder. And I just remember before I put anybody else through it, I made sure I could see them through the drills all over again. And then I just remember seeing that guy's face. I remember like the way I felt, like, and it all came back. And I remember going through the drills again. And I don't know, it's crazy, man. I could still relive that moment right now just talking about it. So yeah, that's how I felt after that draft.
Okay, so reality is now starting to set in. As any grown man, you now gotta survive. So you become a U.S. Park Police, and you're also training at the same time. So who trusted you to let you train them? Who was your first trainee?
My very first client was my right-hand man, Vets, Antoine Minor. Like I said, I had a dark green yoga ball, and I had 2 5-pound dumbbells, and Vets wanted to lose some weight, you know. So once again, you look at that situation, and that situation has prepared me to where I'm at now. And you look at my style, it's the same exact way. Like, so if you think about a yoga ball and you think about 2 5-pound dumbbells and you're trying to get somebody to lose weight, you have to be very creative. And also, I'm in the basement. And in this basement, you have couches, you have a fireplace. Like, you don't have much room, but you got to make this work because this is the first person that's going to trust you. So to me, I took that very seriously, like any other person I ever worked with. But I also knew I had to be very creative in what it is that we were going to do. I didn't have all the fancy equipment that a lot of these guys have. And it's funny, if you look now, I don't have all the fancy equipment now. So I just knew then, like, I had a passion for it because to me, it was fun. It was like, okay, within an hour, like, so I have a home workout to set up and create from just using a yoga ball and 2 5-pound dumbbells. And I did it. And we worked out for about, I want to say 3 months. We worked out probably 3 times a week. I guarantee now you got a lot of people that couldn't even do that like now, but it was fun because one, this is my brother. So I wanted to see him shed the weight. But then 2, I love helping people. 3, I just felt like it was another challenge. It was another one of those things of, hey Mo, like, won't you just pay rent at a gym? It was like, no, I don't want to do that. I want to start my own. I want to do my own thing. Some of my friends laughed at me when I decided, hey, I wanted to go to Central High School. And then it was like when I came out of Central, it wasn't a joke anymore. It was like that he really did do what he said he was gonna do. When I went to Nova, people were just like, yo, you're not gonna make it there. Like, the academic piece is just too tough. I left out of there with a major in communications and a minor in sociology. I laughed at that then. Like, that was a challenge. Like, so starting out and just having that yoga ball and having that 5-pound dumbbell and growing it from there, like, to me is and looking at what I have built now, you know, it's like, and I look at the staff God has blessed me with, like it's, that man don't make no mistakes. Like, he knew exactly what he was doing. And of course, like, you struggle with seeing it. You know, you when they say God laughs at you when you saying, hey, this is my plan, I truly think he does, because my plan was to never have like a gym. It was never, it was, hey, I'm gonna play in the NFL, I'm gonna take care of my family, boom, we're gonna be good. And that changed where it was like, okay, your name not being called, or you're not on the NFL team. So now what do you do? And it's like, okay, well, I still want to help people. I still want to do this and do that. But I only have a yoga ball and 2 5-pound dumbbells. So I don't know. I mean, I laugh now just thinking about all the things that we went through. You know, shout out to Fats for starting this thing. And I know it was rough, man, but I appreciate him for taking the time to trust me. And right after that, the very next client was the coach I talked about, Coach Tony. It was his son. So his son went to Gwynn Park. His son was 196 pounds. And he was trying to put weight on him, trying to get him stronger. So he came to me that off season in November. So by the time next season came, we got him up to 257. And it was like from there, I was like, man, this is what I want to do.